right, welcome back, true believers, to the next edition of OMG, OMT, WTF. This one's going to be about the 3D printing concept and all of what it took to go from the 3D scan of my friends here in the shop through 6 months of digital production of night after night, up late into the wee hours, clicking around and putting that design together, all the way up through exporting the 3D print files, what the files look like when they come off of the print bed, some fun glamour shots, some like turntable glamour shots of what the definitive sculpture will look like, which you could see in three-dimensional space via these cool turntable shots that are of the 3D prints, but use your imagination a little bit and scale it up to 15 feet instead of 15 inches, and bing bang boom, you got yourself a giant mirror polished stainless steel sculpture there. So I'm also excited that these 3D prints, after having a little bondo and sanding, are going to go out this week to their forever homes. And secondly, we're going to be starting actual OMT production this week. So I'm very, very excited about that. The sculpture is in the shop. It's just a giant stack of stainless steel sheets right now. It's not, they haven't been cut yet. So we're going to start on that this week. That's 3,150 pounds of stainless steel on one 4-foot by 10-foot pallet. And boy, was it a bear to get it into the shop. But that was last Tuesday. And now we're going to start pulling those off one by one and cutting them into 423 individual facets to TIG weld and gold plate. So really excited about that. And it's going to look like not facets, but body parts, like figurative body parts by the end of the week. I'm super, super stoked to get all that sorted and have something to actually look at after 3 years of this idea just rattling around in my head. So we're going to talk about some 3D printing elements and what they look like, and then that's going to wrap it up for this video. So what do these 3D prints look like when they come off the printing bed? They look like this. They have a definitive sculpture that was held off of the print bed by this really cool lattice work. You can see that is like perfectly planar there, and that's the way it sat on the print bed on its back, which allows us to be able to print a little less of a support system like this. But it was printed when the sculpture was in a different orientation, and see, obviously that went like right under the arm there, and like it printed this whole tower just to support this left arm of the sculpture. So that's a lot of waste there, just for one appendage. So instead we went with this one laying on its back, and this whole support system printed, but it supports the entire body. So unfortunately, the printer, there's a couple spots still where the printer was like kind of trying to print on air, which doesn't work. Surprise, surprise. So we get like little fuzzy bits and some things that are kind of warped a little bit just from the printer just trying to do what it was going to do, but didn't have any support system there. But it also has this little dude in the back where the amount of heat that went into the definitive sculpture was concentrated on the lattice work there a little bit too much, and unfortunately it's like caused it to fuse together right there. So we're going to try some new techniques to try and get that off without delaminating the layers like you see in this piece here. That it's pretty darn close, but it takes hours to fix. It takes a really long time to fix that and patch it so that you can't tell. So this is what it looks like when you're cracking and peeling. You have to get all these things to delaminate or detach as carefully as possible, because you don't want to snap the sculpture. But it's just super careful, like cracking a pecan or a walnut or something like that, one of those delicate shells, that you really got to be careful of in order to not destroy your prize at the end. So here we go. This is a fun one because it was printed on its back. We have a the two problem surfaces with these being printed on their backs are typically we have like one spot that's kind of fused in here, the lowest spot of the sculpture as it's printed on its back, and then also I don't know if you can see it in the camera, the palms are like the machine's just trying to print on air, you know, on nothing, and the filament just goes everywhere. So that's obviously a fix, but I thought this one turned out kind of cool, and it has like a fun juxtaposition of that like weird like curly hair thing, you know, that's going on with the geometric sculpture. It almost you know, deserves a little more aesthetic investigation, you know, flesh this idea out. Because it's just such a fun juxtaposition there. Hairy palms. Gross. So here's this guy. Unfortunately got too hot or some kind of tangle or something going on there. I can see the filament is a little bit discolored there. More so on the piece than the support structure, but yeah, that's one piece. I mean, that's in and of itself is you know, probably pushing half a roll of filament. You know, they're a 1 kilogram roll, and that's probably half of it. So you can see the, you know, two pieces going perfectly together there, and then it's just the one spot. Sad face. So that's some Bondo time. All right, true believers, that's it for 3D printing in all of its various forms and parts and pieces. Stay tuned for the next video because we're going to have real live stainless steel sculpture in the shop. Stoked. Trace out.